Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we are back again with more of Donald Trump approval news, and Donald Trump continues to remain very popular, despite being historically unpopular for a president during this period of his presidency. But we must understand that this is a man that the deep state has waged a war on for 8 years. This, honestly, you can't expect a man who has been convicted. You can't expect a guy who has been, people have tried to kill twice, convicted, impeached twice, along with accused of inciting violence, a blah, 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 to get over 70% like all the other presidents. There is no way that in the left and the liberal media, they're taking their rounds, they're saying, look at this! Trump's not getting his usual income, his inauguratorial boost. He's supposed to go up to 70%. He's not even breaching over 50%. This is bad. Yeah, it's because to a point, you guys were successful in brainwashing this whole country. Who am I kidding? You guys are technically responsible for Thomas Crooks taking the gun and going after Trump the first time. And in the first assassination attempt in Pennsylvania, because this guy watches too much MSNBC and CNN. So, despite the polls saying, 48% approve Donald Trump, I'm having a hard time believing that. Because we got to remember that so much has changed in this country. So much has changed. Everyone's done with the Democrats. They've becoming historically unpopular. Trump and the Republican Party is becoming popular. There's, talk of Donald Trump's personality, his favorability, it's 0.6 unfavorable. Hey, it's actually way better than what it used to be. For someone who has always been called smug, arrogant, very unkind, yada, yada, yada. And there was a time where his favorability was actually up, but right when, of course, then it went back down for some reason. Maybe because of the propaganda on Elon and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. But it's just, do not focus on the polls. Never, ever, ever, ever focus on the polls. Because reason being, they are misleading. Obviously, Trump is way more popular than +2, especially where he actually is cheered over Taylor Swift, who Taylor Swift is painted as someone who is the god of Hollywood.
This is a perfect example.
Okay. So yeah. So you get what I'm saying at this moment. So, yeah, I'm telling you, Taylor Swift, she's painted like a god in Hollywood. And just recently, she decided to get involved in the political landscape. Do you think that's actually going to help her? Well, I mean, all she did was endorse Kamala Harris, who, by the way, is ranked one of the worst VPs in American history, who helped, of course, create this waste fraud in USAID, and just neglect all over, just when it comes to the southern border, to wars around the world. Then there's also the economy. Yeah, people did. Yeah, I don't care. 48% of Americans that came out to vote for Kamala Harris, yeah, a lot of them have been washed up to do so. There is no means of saying that they weren't. But now they've learned Kamala Harris and her grift and her lies. I think she's become even more unpopular, realizing that she lost so badly, and that, yeah, the Democrats, no surprise, have lied to you once again. So, we're going to take a look at this video. I know the reel down here is running, but I don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video of Taylor Swift once she shows her face on the Super Bowl. She gets destroyed and drowned by boos. And then they start cheering when Trump comes in. They start cheering. Okay, yeah, you get what I'm saying. So it used to be the other way around. Taylor Swift was so admired during, let's just say, during the Trump presidency, meaning, like, for example, the first period of the Trump presidency, the first administration, it was Taylor Swift. She's so admired. She's so popular. Same thing under the Biden administration. She's so popular. And now we've understood that these people, Taylor Swift, very rich, by the way, she helped cover up the corrupt administration, the corrupt previous administration. And a lot of people are angry that their taxpayer dollars are suddenly now going to Sesame Street in Iraq, and they're going to tourism in Egypt, transgender comic book in Peru. They're mad that we're funding a DEI musical in Ireland, or LGBT activism in Guatemala. Countries that have nothing to do with us. It seems that we are actually bending down, kissing the ground, wiping the ground with our tears to countries that are honestly repressive. They kind of are. But let's be honest. The countries that we should be trying to help the people that we should be helping are actually the people in North Korea right now. The people in Russia. And the people in China. Oh, but they don't come from diverse background like LGBT. Notice it always has to do something with LGBT. I don't think Sesame Street in Iraq has to do anything about it. Tourism in Egypt. It's ridiculous. And it has to do with nothing, most importantly, nothing with us. So I'm not surprised that Taylor Swift was booed. And yeah, and Donald Trump, we knew, would get a lot of applause, a lot of attention at that Super Bowl. I'm just saying, the left, they've already came out and they said, oh, but this is Louisiana, big red state. New Orleans. Guys, I don't care. New Orleans is a solid blue city in a solid red state. Oh, but that doesn't matter. There's still a lot of Trump supporters in New Orleans. Oh, hey, hang on, guys. What about people coming from all over? You know, people from all around the world go to the Super Bowl. People around the country, mostly. And the left wants to sit here, tell you that this is just Louisiana. It's just southern racist Louisianans that want segregation and slavery back. They're just mad. They're just saying, because of where this game's located, this is why. This is why Trump was praised. And this is why Taylor Swift was booed. Everyone loves Taylor Swift. Well, here's the thing. It's never a good sign that you got booed at the Super Bowl. If you got booed at the Super Bowl, that shows how much people respect you. How much people view you. And right now, Taylor Swift had a pretty good career. I didn't really care about Taylor Swift. Didn't really have negative feelings towards Taylor Swift. I was just like, okay, she's doing her thing. I knew she was kind of liberal, and then again, that's expected. She's this big role model, a big feminist model. But when she became political and actually began to campaign and do stuff for Kamala Harris, then yeah, I started having very negative feelings towards Taylor Swift. It's very similar towards Elon Musk. No one really hated Elon before he got involved in the Trump administration. But the thing is, the difference is Elon Musk accepted it. Elon Musk didn't throw his bid right for Trump right when he announced his campaign. I'm going to vote and support Trump. No, he didn't. And it was mainly after that assassination attempt in Pennsylvania where Musk actually felt comfortable saying he had that urge to say, I'm going to support Trump. I want you to know I'm supporting Trump. He knew the consequences. And then again, he's he's the richest man on earth. And the backlash wouldn't hurt him much. But then again, someone like Taylor Swift, she thought, oh, everyone loves Kamala. No, not everyone. And everyone's not 48% of the population, even though it was pretty close. Most people voted for Kamala. I would say just hate Trump. They don't like you. They're just posting your content, your tweets, Kamala Harris's tweets and Kamala Harris's statements, mainly just spite Trump. These people are severely Trump deranged. I need Robert F. Kennedy, once he gets confirmed, to actually address the TDS problem in this country. It is so bad. It is a mental illness. To be so deranged and hateful and just unkind to people that support this man and him in general is just not human. It is not human. You aren't human. It's hard to think of someone that does that as human because humans are so loving and kind, right? You're being the complete opposite right now. When you go and you say that the man that died in the I'm forgetting his name, but the Pennsylvania rally, he should be dead. Yeah, shame on him. He should be dead. Well, who are you to say that? And to say that Donald Trump should have had his head blown off on that day. Yeah, I do believe in demons, friends. Because I believe in God, I likely believe in demons. That's how I see it. There are many demons in the Bible. And I believe these people are possessed by them. Prove me wrong? Well, it's hard to, honestly. I do believe they're participating in very demonic behavior and they're very severe and Trump deranged. If you're wanting a Trump supporter to be decapitated, literally on live TV, that's how bad it is. I think this is the work of the evil one. This is obviously satanic. In very demonic influence there. But like I said, Donald Trump, I would say don't look at the approval ratings. I think they're way bonkers. I think polls themselves are outdated. We just need to throw the polls out. I think polls, we cannot take them like this is the gospel, like Kamala Harris is winning, like they did with the media. No, I think we need to treat polls like finance. Combine polling, financing, and put them together and form an opinion on who has the upper hand in the race. Sounds good? Now, a lot of people will say, look, Trump's unpopular. Yeah, no, this is his approval rating in regards to him as a person. And I'm not surprised. A lot of people do not like Trump and his language and his personality. But look at down here. You see, doing the job done? Yes. 70% of Americans say that, yes, Donald Trump is keeping his promises. Did Joe Biden keep his promises, friends? I can't think of a promise that Joe Biden actually kept. Can you all remind me of one? Joe Biden said he was going to codify Roe v. Wade into law. And what happened? Roe v. Wade was overturned halfway through his administration. And ideally, the left, they're so one-sided. Guys, they don't care about abortion, because if they did care about abortion, they would be bashing Joe Biden like crazy. Mr. President, now former president, why did you codify this into law like you said you would? Mr. President, you let us down. Mr. President, you didn't see this coming. Mr. President, you should have came out there and campaigned against it aggressively. But did they do that? No! They're using the weapon, they're using the issue, and they're using it as a weapon against Republicans. They don't actually care about abortion. They don't actually care about the access to it. They're using it for a weapon to get money, to get power. This is obviously what that's what the concept is. So Donald Trump, most Americans approve of him. Most congressional job disapproval, I think it's bonkers, below zero. Americans have yet to actually see the change, but I want to believe it's going to change a little bit. We'll see. Let's actually see if there's congressional job approval, view polls. Okay, it's not loading. Oh, okay, there we go. So, yeah, you'll see it right when... This is April. This is 2021. So, congressional job approval has always historically been insanely low. But minus 43 is actually kind of good. It's just kind of insane that we're actually saying that. But we're... And then again, we've seen so much corruption in the government for so many years. It's kind of really hard, and especially when you have the favorability of many U.S. political leaders. Like Trump, this is his favorability as a person, keep in mind. So he has 2 favorability ratings. J.D. Vance, I want to believe this is a person here. I honestly don't understand why they don't like J.D. Vance. But this is Mike Johnson, Hakeem Jeffries, plus 1.6. Democrats are looking at him as a leader, even though old Hakeem, he literally told us that there was nothing we could do, that there was no way forward. We are the minority party, he said. That, and look at this, 28%. Most Americans actually do not know who this guy is. 28%, 29% favorable. I don't take that for granted. Chuck Schumer, minus 17. John Thune, minus 3. It's kind of hard. I don't take these for granted. But honestly, this is the approval of a lot of Americans like Donald Trump. They think he's doing a good job. And I think that's important. This is a very good numbers compared to someone who honestly is done, who has been almost shot at twice, impeached twice, indicted, convicted, charged, accused of an insurrection, which wasn't. We understand what the grift is. Obviously, that convicted level, that convicted title really does hurt Trump to a point. I think he would do very well if he went upwards. There's a lot of controversy behind Trump, but I think this is his, for him being the most popular ever, I think this is the best in his political career. You gotta put the bar of expectation low for Trump, and I think, and before he was elected, I thought he would still remain unpopular in regards to approval rating. I don't think that would have ever been breached. But honestly, I was proved wrong. Trump has overperformed my expectations, and I'm satisfied what he has clearly shown in his administration. So what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.